What are you getting, like a stretch in before the show starts?
You have to, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's like...
What? The hell was... Whatever the heck that was.
That was my keyboard.
Oh, okay. So you're getting ready to be a keyboard warrior?
Yeah, of course. You know, like...
You couldn't type like that if you wanted, man.
I can. That's for sure.
I was going to say, you know.
I type probably like, I don't know, 10 letters per minute.
I was gonna say, and half of them are wrong.
Yeah,
it's like, dang it, that's the wrong word, man. It's the wrong word. If you ever read the post, and you're like, that's the wrong word. I didn't read it.
Yeah,
he just got excited and typed it in.
That's totally me.
Good day, y'all. Sure. What is up? Hey, everyone's Swedish water for best. They tell me it's the best water ever. Yeah. I'm actually hoping one day I get to go there and try the water because, dude, Peter sold me on the water. Peter sold me on the water, man. He's like, if you want the best, I'm not even going to do an imitation of his voice. If you want the best water, we have the best water. And I was like, as a water connoisseur, I feel like I need to go to Sweden so I can try the water. Plus, the audio guys there are the best. Not going to lie.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are awesome. There's no doubt about it. But there's something about going to a whole nother country. And like, those are the Swedish guys for me. Those guys are pretty bomb-bass, awesome. Good evening from Texas. I like Texas too. Yeah. Tonight we're drinking butterbeer.
Butterbeer. I thought you not drink beer.
It's Harry Potter, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna be burping and everything. I have something to do after this, so I need a little liquid encouragement.
Indiana, what's up?
It's not gonna be fun. So, guys, check this out. So, to you guys right now, the show looks pretty much normal. Everything is lit the way it's supposed to be normally. But check this out. So, you guys will see this on Instagram at some point, but watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Boom!
Wow, exactly. Yeah, that's right.
So, you guys, in some of the Instagram shows, you've seen the daylight machine that we have, which is 6 4-foot 5-bar LEDs. So it's each bulb has 5 rows of LEDs, 4 feet long, and there's 6 of them. Mm-hmm. We got it because in the summertime it was so hot we were having to close the door, and it's just a cave towards the back in the install bay. So when we got the new cabinets, I said, oh man, let's take the LED strips that we have down and we'll put some of those lights up. So I got 6 8-foot 5-rung LED lights, and we put them up today. And before the show started, we had them on, and that wall, as you just saw, is a total wash. And we're like,
dude, that's not.
That's gonna be
look good.
So we actually had to take and put back up the old LED strip, the peel and stick strip that we had, to light the wall normally, because we couldn't. And like we put lights in front of us to try to tone everything down. But then we couldn't see because the lights in front of us were so bright, we couldn't even see the TV. So it was like, this isn't going to work. That sexy beast behind Fernando is awesomeness. I thought from
there, you got to move, dude.
No, you got to move. It's behind you.
The box
that's an empty box. They want to see that.
Yes.
Yeah, they want to see that. So for the guys who don't know, which I'm going to do a full unboxing on it because I want to get in there with some macro and really let you guys inspect this guy. Like, because a lot of you guys aren't. I gotta be honest. Like, we had to go all the way out to Rockford in order for me to like get up on it, as they say. And Casey and the Sunshine down, get it up. Anyways, hey, I just seen you two, but didn't get a picture with Dean, but did get that with Fernando. Thank you. Oh, hey man, sorry.
Yeah, he was talking with customers, man.
I know. Well, I got to say hi on the way out,
to see him and everything. So thank you for stopping by, man.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry I missed it.
I really like his CC and the wheels that he
has. The Volkswagen?
Very nice.
Yeah, they look like
What's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up, Mr. Fernandez? Anyways, yay, new truck.
Very good.
Cool.
Very good.
I'll call you later and we can talk about it.
Yeah. Don't crash again, please.
His nickname is Crash Bandicoot. Anyways, dude, it's hot in here without the door open. Holy crap.
It is hot.
Why don't you go turn on the air?
Okay.
Because it's like all of a sudden, Like, wow. Anyways, so we got new lighting, and we put new lighting in front of us. We got new lighting on the side, so it's super bright in here now with daylight saving, so it's pretty awesome. Hey, Dean and Fernando, is it bad to turn up the input gain on the audio control DSP to plus 12 and then reduce the gain on the input side to compensate for low voltage factory head units? I'm not going to lie, I've done it before, and I will probably do it again. If it's working and you're not getting any distortion or clipping or noise or floor noise or anything like that, and everything, remember, we get really excited sometimes about like, oh my God, you're like, ooh, listen, if everything is functioning the way it's supposed to, and nothing is doing badness and all the bad things, you know what I'm talking about, then no, if that's what works, that's what works. It wouldn't be there, you know, in some cases you need it. You know, I've had to, you know, we've been in there and we're like, Jesus Christ, where's the signal? Like, where did it go? And it's not there. And so we're turning it up. We're not getting any clip lights. We're not getting any distortion. And it's like, all right, that's it. We're there. Okay, we got it. So, you know, at the end of the day, there's only X amount of output that the whole system can get. And as long as you stay within that and don't push past it, you're fine. So, yeah, you know, as long as you're not getting... Yeah, you're good. Won't hurt a thing.
All right.
I'm going to shut that. What sounds better in your opinion? 212 subs or 1 square sub? I mean, can I have 2 square subs?
Yeah.
I mean, I like 12.
Well, see,
but go ahead.
What type of subs? If we just talk about like kicker sub,
square okay,
one,
so I would have
kicker
to
comp.
I would have to assume it's something comparable.
Okay.
So would you take, let's say, money wise, one Q12
L7Q, okay,
one Q12 or 2 of the higher end, not Q class obviously, because that'd be, but the better kicker subs. They're about the same amount of money. So let's say 2 P312s versus a Q class 12, because that's about the same amount of money. I'm gonna finish this thing real early in the show.
Dude, that's hard.
This tastes so good. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
If we compare kicker and kicker, I don't want to mix the
Either
other
way.
one, but
Let's say you got $600. You buy one $600 square sub or 2 600 or
2
or
12
2 12s that add up to $600.
comp parts. Yeah.
I mean,
I would
that's the
buy
only
one.
way.
I would buy 112.
Why?
I don't know. I mean,
You gotta
personally, space. You know,
That's
space.
thank-
I would
Wow.
keep that.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You were actually reading my mind. Good job. Good
Thank
job.
you.
You know, because
yeah.
yes, we've done plenty of the little. Q
If you don't care
class.
about space, I get the 212s.
Yeah.
You know, just like why not?
Why not? Exactly.
Yeah.
Because like the Q class 12 box.
Yeah.
Obviously, we do it with the T750.1 because we can
Correct.
hide that almost anywhere.
Yeah.
And it takes like.
Now keep in mind that Q subwoofer is big. You know, it is big.
I mean, it's big. It's no T3 19-inch badass woofer over
Right
in
here.
the corner there.
Right here. Right here. Wow, that was disgusting.
Oh, you know, and I knew that was going to hurt in the end because the carbonation was going to come up with it.
Yeah.
And just like hit me right in the nose.
Hello.
Hello, it's cold in Daytona. Oh, I bet. Daytona. It's literally day.
It's Daytona.
Daytona.
Okay.
Daytona.
What's up, buddy?
Dean is drinking beer. It is the Flying Cauldron non-alcoholic butterscotch beer, brought to you by the Imitation Harry Potter people.
All right, so I'm gonna bring you.
It's so yummy. Oh, and it's all gone. Damn.
I wanna bring you one of the. I think it's Heineken.
Heineken. I've had it. It's gross.
Yeah.
I don't like the flavor of beer. I don't want something
doesn't
that
have
has
alcohol.
I don't like the flavor of beer.
Okay.
So,
You had it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
When?
a teenager at some point in my life.
No. They didn't have.
Yes, they've
the
had
non-alcohol.
Heineken non-alcoholic
Really?
beer forever.
You're boring.
Congratulations. Thank you, Johnny. Yes, for those of you, yesterday they announced the finalists.
All right, let me tell you something, guys. If Dean doesn't win,
Oh, what are you going to do? Protest?
I'm just going to protest right there in front of the stage. It says like,
anyways, don't be silly.
No.
Nick, no. They announced yesterday, so I'm in the top 5 consideration for Trusted Tech.
Yeah.
That's 100% voting, so there's no extra
It's
work that you have
voting.
to do. It's just industry voting.
Yeah.
They did not mention. So for consumers got to do what we call People's Choice Awards, which is awesome. Dude, I fought so hard to get this because I think it's only fair for a lot of these guys put tons of effort into Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and all that fun stuff. Not us, them. And it's like they have fans, they have friends, they have family, and none of that was really counting towards anything. They did it for retailers, and I just didn't understand why they didn't do it for installers and sales guys.
People,
So this year, consumers got to vote, and so they got to rock the vote. But no, yesterday they announced everything, so we made it into top 5 Trusted Tech as well as top 12 installers.
Yeah.
So on to the next round, which is we have to make a long-ass video for the top 12 installer, and then we'll just see what happens. And then on February 5th, 2023, we'll be in Vegas. We'll be live streaming it, hopefully, and you guys can see who the winners are. So last year, the winner was Marty Adams-Check. We call him Canadian Marty. He's been on the show before. So it'll be a lot of fun. So Brian Mitchell, myself, and a bunch of other guys animated into retailer. You can head over to meindustry.awards.com and check it out, or go over on their Facebook page and watch the live unveiling. Bunch of great guys made it in. Was pretty excited. It's an honor to be. It's an honor just to be in the group, to be honest with you.
Right.
Winning is a whole nother animal in itself.
It's a lot of talented people in that list for sure.
Now, speaking of talented people, I want to just pause here for a second because I watched the video last night. I was one of those nights. Let's just go there, okay? And I stumbled across a video by some guys might know this individual. Goes by the name T-Fade. T-Fade. Anybody know T-Fade? Everyday Audio. I don't know. They're huge. Anyways, he got to interview this guy, which is Natan Butiano. Natan, we just call him Natan. Anyways, for those of you guys that follow along with the program and saw when we got to unbox and look at the Arena X speakers, the pictures of the car that we put up were Natan's, and we talked about Natan, like super winning, like lots of trophies, and he gives T-Fade a walkthrough of his car, which is freaking awesome. It's on the Everyday Audio channel over on YouTube, or here on YouTube, I should say. It is worth it. I enjoyed it. He did a great job interviewing. It was really awesome, and it's not really long. It's like 15 minutes long, but honestly, you don't even realize it's because he's just talking about all the cool stuff. I would strongly recommend for those of you guys that have time to head over and watch this, just to see what crazy
goes into that car.
Will go into a car. It's
what
insanity.
Is crazy is like the car.
Yeah,
all the equipment. No, the Suzuki.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Suzuki. It's in that car. Like, okay.
Yeah, why not?
What did he say? Why did he pick that car, or no?
He's a fan. Those are his cars.
Okay.
He's like he apparently he had a couple of them. He apparently just wrecked one. Link in the description, please. I will try to do that.
But I mean, the title is there.
Best SQ car
in the world, right there.
They released it like a day ago, so if you just go over to Everyday Audio, you can find it. It's right there at the top. Like it's literally the second video from the top.
Yeah.
And then secondly, for those of you guys that just never get enough Dean and Fernando,
I know that guy.
Surin Vega is starting to do a podcast.
Yeah.
So Brian Piper is the host. He works for Surin Vega. Surin Vega Diamond. Surin Vega is the full name of the company. Vega Nation podcast, episode 1, Dean and Nando. If you just search Surin Vega podcast, it will pop up. But we did I think it's like 47 minutes podcast with them, just going over like the history of Dean and Fernando and how it all got started and all that other funness. It's actually pretty cool. It was pretty cool. We had a good time doing it. We did it live on the SEMA floor, so there's all kinds of interruptions and fun stuff like that. But it was neat.
That's right. That's right.
Ton is very nice, and just wow, so much sound in such a small place.
I know.
I'm hoping it
crazy. Like
I probably won't get to hear that car because from the sounds of it, he's getting ready to tear it apart and start over.
Oh my god! I wish.
But at some point, I want to hear one of his cars.
We're gonna call them. Say, hey, just bring it over here, man.
Yeah, just bring it to us.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? 25.
So, anyways, 2 shows that if you're bored this weekend, I will try to put links to them in the description afterwards. You know, like once we're done, and it'll be sometime later though, because like I said, unfortunately, I have things I don't want to do after the show tonight. So, back from less than an hour ago. If you want a buggy, you had to get one from the parking lot. Damn, is it? Well, yeah, shopping cart.
Yeah.
It's a buggy. Wow, is it time already? Is it Black Friday? Is the pre-Black Friday party going on?
I mean, it's been crazy. I just bought a microwave and very cheap.
Which would you choose to power Focal KRXG? The Arc Audio 1006, probably, or the Focal 906? Damn, man. Well, so the Focal is the one with, I think that's the one with staggered power, which is really cool because that 5 and 6 put out a decent amount of power. It's a tough one. So for me, here's my logic. Here's my thought train. You can tell me what you think. I'm thinking the Focal only because it is a little less power, but it's a little less power in all the right spots. So it'll draw less power. Like the amperage consumption will be less. So I don't have to worry about it as much. It is a staggered power, so I will be getting more power to my mid bass than I am to my mid range and tweeter, which it's plenty of power to do that. So, and it's probably physically a little bit smaller than the Arc.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I would lean more towards the Focal, but I don't, because it's like, do I want that orange or do I want that orange? You know, I don't know.
See, just
10
letters in 1 minute. See, that's not that small. This is it's almost the same size. Man.
I'm just looking at a little less current consumption. I don't know.
I mean, those pieces are a beast. Look at that.
Yeah.
You know,
dude. They're both great amplifiers.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of here for those of you playing at home. Wrong page. That one right there. That's the guy.
That's the Arc.
That's the Arc.
Yeah. Now this one has both DSPs.
I don't know. Dude, no, the Focal doesn't have DSP. Does that have? Oh, that has DSP.
This one has a DSP, so I would go with this one because
the Arc has DSP. 906 doesn't have a DSP.
It doesn't have a DSP.
No.
Damn.
Okay. What DSP? Okay, so because I'm going
with the Arc.
Yeah, I'm going to go Arc.
Because it has already the DSP on it.
Damn it. But hey, I will say this: you picked the right speakers. Gosh darn it! Why is it doing that? All right, hold on. Let me do this.
You didn't do it right.
I didn't do it right. You picked the right speakers. Hey, one of the big sponsors of the show is Focal America, under the brand Orca. Orca is the company that brings it in here, which is Focal America, Visconti Gladen America, Raven Subs, used to be Illusion. Either way, Focal is where it's at.
That's right.
So thank you so much for picking up a set of Focal speakers. DSP all the way. If you guys are interested, head over to Focal-America. Now, I got a text message earlier this week. Somebody asking about the new K2Ms.
Yep.
And they were like, "Hey, do we know when they're shipping or anything like that?" We're not even supposed to know about them, guys. Like all of us here in the room, all of us aren't even supposed to know they're coming out yet. We got permission to do a sneak peek, and we brought you guys along with us. France really wasn't happy about that, but once the cat is out of the bag, you try putting the cat back in the bag. Damn it, it's really hard, and it scratches and bites, and it's just not worth it. So you guys got a preview of them. So thank you so much for being fans of the show because you got to see a product before anyone else is supposed to see the product. But we won't know anything, I think, the 16th or something like that, December. So it's December. So we'll know more in December. But if you go over and follow FocalAmerica.com. Click on the description.
They have
and
an
all that.
amazing subwoofers. This is brand new.
Yeah, anyways.
They redesigned. So yeah, check it out. Sorry, my bad.
He's getting ready to save the Western world with his sleek hacking skills. I'm in.
Hey, thank you for the 5, all right, buddy. Also he number 1 for Trusted Tech.
Who are we talking about?
Jester.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Long time to see. Quick question. Long time to see. Quick question. I have the kicker KAX 2400 point. Every time I turn the bass knob up, my speaker wire get burnt. Ooh. Okay, so weird. Definitely weird. The first question I would ask is, what size speaker wire are you running? Because 2400 watts, 12 or 10 gauge, depending on the length, is probably where you need to be. Yeah. 2400, we ran 10 gauge out of that amplifier.
Totally.
So, and depending on how long it is between the subwoofer and the amplifier, you may need to run 8 gauge.
Now, also on your speaker box, if it's loose,
yeah, that'll do it.
Make sure those terminals are tight.
If you're getting burnt at the amplifier, definitely going to want to make sure you add wire ferrules onto it instead of just twisting copper and sticking it in, because that will also, anytime something is loose and it can move, it'll create heat. Dougie Fresh in the house. Oh, sorry. Dougie Fresh in the house. Dougie.
What's up, buddy?
1 2 1 2.
Just remove the star, please.
Oh, there you go. He's not a star anymore?
No.
You're always a star in my book, Doug.
All right.
Okay. Dean and Fernando, do you recommend Kicker CS 6.5 components versus the Alpine S 6.5 components for the front doors? I
need a new speakers for my second car. Yes, I totally. Those speakers are nice. For the budget?
You didn't pay for all that sound.
No, you didn't pay for those.
You didn't pay for all that sound.
So the only thing I'm gonna say about the Alpine S is the crossovers. The crossovers definitely on the Alpines are way easier than the CS. So if you have the opportunity to put the crossover, like for example, if you have the tweeter here.
Better idea.
Okay.
Better idea. Auditors.
Yeah.
Focal auditors.
Yeah.
Check out the Focal auditors.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a sponsor of the show, I know, but check out the Focal auditors.
You would be like, oh my gosh.
Kicker CS, if you got the patience, you got the time, they're definitely worth the money.
Yep.
But also check out the Focal auditors.
Yeah, for sure.
When I put 4-foot LED lights in place of the old fluorescents in my kitchen, it was literally night and day difference. It's funny you should add. Yes, totally. It's funny because I was just over at the showroom, which I try to avoid at all costs. And I noticed like all the lights that were out. And I was like, dude, why didn't you tell me like the lights are out? Because all the lights in here are all LED. I switched out the fluorescents a long time ago to LED strips. And I've been slowly doing it at the retail store when they burn out, but I have like 3 panels now that are dead. So I have to buy all new LED lights for them, and then we have to sit over there and change them. Oh, it's gonna suck.
Hello from Argentina. Hey,
what's up?
All right.
What's up, Fro's
in the house.
It's not morning, dude. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon over there.
She's in the other side of the world.
Okay, kicker 4x46 Okay, kicker L7T12 4-ohm solo barrack L7T series shell mount 12-inch dual 4-ohm voice coil components. Subwoofer's good. Okay, so the L7T shallow mount 12-inch woofers are awesome, like freaking awesome. Love them. They work in small sealed boxes. They just hammer. The L7T4 solo. I mean, that sounds like an old woofer. But either way, the shallow mounts, 2 thumbs up. Very, very much so enjoy them. One thing too, if you're interested in the shallow mounts and you want to get a Fox box. So Fox, one of the things that they're starting to do to their boxes is even though they come with round holes, he's routering in the area. So if you want to convert it over to an L7T, all you have to do is take a jigsaw, and he's traced the line on there so you can cut it right out. So that's one of the cool new features that Fox is doing at Fox Acoustics for all his boxes. So if you did want to get an L7T and you're like trying to find like a really nice pre-made box, we'll call them, check them out.
Bye, Christian. Yeah. Thank you for watching, buddy.
What the hell was that? It's like a toothbrush hair.
Yeah.
Weird. Very strange. All right. My Kedwood hen unit has been freezing. Get it a blanket?
Well, yeah, because it's been cold. It's been cold, buddy.
Sometimes unresponsive. I reset the Maestro, but it's still having issues. Does that mean the head unit that needs repair? Yeah, if it's freezing, it's not going to be the Maestro module. The Maestro module doesn't really do much other, like when it talks to the radio, it's inputting data and controlling the steering wheel controls. So the Maestro module really has nothing to do with the functionality of the radio's brain, so to speak. So if it's, I mean, have you checked to see if there's a software update?
Depends how old is your radio. You should check that.
Yeah, age and whether there's a software update. I know it doesn't make any sense because, but the problem is with head units, and this is where it's like, this kind of goes back to when the guy got all upset when I told him things only last 3 years, is because think about the environment that we put our things in, these cars. You know, I mean, especially if you park outside. I mean, your car can go anywhere, especially up north, can go from well below freezing to way too hot, and then back to freezing, and then way too hot every day of the week for years and years and years, plus bumpy roads and all this other stuff. It's just not a really good place to put stuff.
Yeah.
So
what's that, Jace?
But if it's an Exelon, it has a 2-year warranty. So that is kind of nice.
It's funny. I saw him in the Rockford party. Jace?
I saw him in the booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome.
He goes, you remember us. Of course I remember you.
That's right. Yeah. There you go.
I wish you guys tested the stadium base hub, 600 watts instead of the other one from JBL. You got to remember, the other one didn't exist when we tested it. So the non-amplified version of it didn't exist. However, we may be getting the Sherwin Vega version of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what they're sending us. They're sending us something. I don't remember what it is.
The bill. It's like, hey guys, you guys in there.
I asked for one of those, and I asked for the Diamond DSP. So I don't know what we're gonna get. Because we have some Sherwin Vega Diamond stuff coming. I just don't know what we have coming. So, but no, I'm with you. So the base, what they're talking about is the cool little spare tire subwoofer that we tested in Fernando's car a while back. At the time when it came out, they were still on the fence of whether they were going to release it without the amplifier built into it, and then they did. So, yeah.
All right, so Jay asks a question.
Have you had any issues with the Metro plug-and-play T-harnesses, high-level adapters, the
parameters?
Don't work all the time. Oh, so those are the knobs. Actually, we don't ever use their high-level to low-level adapters. So, no. But we did run into an issue when we had the Honda version of it. We were only using the harness, and what would happen is the harness wouldn't click in all the way. And so we had like 2 Hondas. Well, we had one because the second one we fixed it on before it left. But we were having to put a zip tie around the plugs to keep them clicked together. And then they discontinued it, and now they're coming out with it again. But to that point, they do have the new high-level to low-level adapters that are going to be coming out to replace all the old high-level to low-level adapter stuff. So Metro just got done reworking all their high-level to low-level equipment, and I honestly cannot remember the name of it because it's a really weird name. That is the space between the stage and the audience. And I don't know what you call that. I call it the photo pit, but clearly they're not. That's really not the name of it. But they have a whole new line of high level to low levels. So my guess is it'll probably fix all of those weird problems.
Very good.
Watch the JVC video this morning. Love the F-150 display.
Very good. Very good.
Oh yeah. I had to think about that for a minute. Dude, man, edit and forget. Thank you for watching, though. We had a blast.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Yeah, and just so you're wondering, Haley really did get hypnotized. Like, she was out, man. It was.
That's right.
It was great. We're gonna release that whole video over on the Boring Life.
Thank you, buddy.
Haley soon.
All right, so I have this one.
How can I get deeper bass with 2 Kicker Comp C10s powered by CA 400.1 in a 2004 GMC Extra Cab? I know they are entry-level subs, but is there a way to make them? Big ported boxes. That's it. You need a big ported box. If you want to get deeper, louder bass, you need a big ported box. You have whether they're entry-level or not, it really doesn't matter. They pair up well with the amplifier you have. But if you're trying to get more boomier bass out of them, you're not going to get louder. You can get deeper, but you're going to need a bigger ported box. So that's really about it, which is tough to do in your truck. But it's a 2004. What you may want to think about doing, because they make a pretty big box for that, maybe build one that's like, get some ideas, figure out how much airspace is in it, and port it. What's up, Car Gift?
What's up, Car Gift?
When you set up the bass knob, do you leave adjustments or do you set it up where up all the way is the best sound? Okay. This is one of those fun 2-part questions, really. So when you're setting the gain structure up, yes, you turn the knob up all the way, all right? Whether you choose 5 dBs of overlap or 10 dBs of overlap, it doesn't matter. I will typically even unplug the bass knob so that, because most bass knobs function in the way that it's whatever the gain is set to, the bass knob is here, and it just turns the volume down. You don't want to have something that adds to it. That's kind of crappy. That's how you blow stuff. So you set loud as you want it to be, or loud that it will be safely. Okay. Now it's a knob. It's made to be turned up and down. So the volume is going to depend on the type of music you're listening to. So for example, what's up?
Thank you, Henry.
If you're playing some old school, whatever, that isn't recorded really good, that's why you have negative 10 dB, which is a 10 dB boost, because you're going to be adding in more sound. You want to turn the bass knob up. Now, when you go and play some rustical, some DJ rustical, I don't know his name. I'm sorry. That's what Gately was playing.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, when you're going to play something like that where the bass is like already boosted to the ceiling, well, that's when you're going to turn that stuff down, okay? Because it's already boosted. You don't need extra boost. So it's a limiter. That's exactly what it is, and you got to treat it like that. And now you add in the fact, let's say you turn the volume down, and you're like, man, I got the volume down, but I want more bass. So then you turn the bass up, because there's always the ceiling, okay? And what you're trying to do is get as close to the ceiling as you can and not go over it, not punch through it. So the knob is there. So depending on what kind of music you're listening to, you can adjust it to keep the bass, right there where you want it with maximum output. So in some cases, volume knob is going to be down, but you're still going to be getting the same output. So think of it that way, if that made any sense. Did that make sense to you? You weren't even listening.
No, I mean, not. Sorry, my bad. I was reading this. Because...
I know, you're fine. Any experience with the Alpine RUX H2 Bluetooth remote for the Oh, you're so mean.
Yeah.
Mine will not auto connect, and the Alpine Tech support sucks.
Wow.
Money sign right now.
All right, so let me tell you something.
Hold on. My battery's getting ready to die. I want to do this real quick. Do me a favor and go to their website and pull up what it is I want you to show. Hold on one second. What do you mean? Go to their website and pull up. You know what I want. You know what I want.
Hang on. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, you do.
You asked for a lot of things.
I'm talking about now. You know what I want.
Hang on.
Hold on. I'm hanging on. Hold on. My laptop's getting ready to die, so...
Well, I'm just gonna tell you something about that knob.
Oh no, you can tell me all you want about that knob. we're gonna get one back in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, so the knob, the
Yes.
RUX-H02 Bluetooth knob for the Alpine ILX. It sounded like a really, really cool idea.
Yeah.
All right. So we had a customer that is a great customer of ours, big Alpine fan. He is the number one Alpine fan in our eyes. He loves these guys. We've done 2 cars with way too much equipment in it. And he was using, because he had 2 subs amp, and so we were using the pack volume knob. And it was starting to screw up. And I was like, hey, we got a simple solution for it. We got this RUX-H02 Bluetooth bass. Man, it's going to be awesome. So we put it in, and well, immediately we found the first flaw, which was once we got it to connect, it's not a true bass knob in the sense it's just controlling the bass on the radio, which Alpine bass doesn't go away. It just goes up.
Still.
It doesn't go to 0 to 30. It doesn't do cool stuff. It just goes up. Yeah. So there's no way to turn it all the way down, which I was like, oh, this is going to be a problem because we need it to go down. So the functionality of it from that point sucks bad. Okay. Because it's just mimicking what the factory rate, what the Alpine radio does, which, okay, I get it, whatever. Secondly, Fernando pairs it into the car, and I'm like, awesome, I'm using it, and I'm immediately finding out my first problem. But then when the customer comes, I'm already like, there's no way this is going to work, but we've already wasted an hour rerouting everything to put this thing in.
Yeah.
And I go, hey, let me show you how this works. And wouldn't you know it, Bluetooth doesn't pair. Bluetooth doesn't pair. Bluetooth doesn't. Finally, Fernando comes over, hits 10,000 keys on the radio, reconnects to the Bluetooth, and I go, oh, that's not going to work either. 2 strikes. I don't believe in baseball. 2 strikes, you're out. This thing's gone. Out of here. Yeah. So let me introduce you to the solution to the problem. This is the Audio Control ACRU. This is a universal, multi-channel, whatever you want to do with it, standalone volume knob. This has a perfectly linear control, meaning it goes from 0 to max in a perfectly linear fashion. It takes a Cat5 cable between the 2 pieces.
You can make it
these
short as you
these
can.
2 pieces right here. Takes a Cat5, so you can go to Home Depot. Oh, that's the image I wanted right there. Okay, so you can go to Home Depot and you can pick up any size Cat cable you want, up to 250 feet.
Yeah.
It comes with a 3-footer. You can mount it back by the amplifiers, up by the radio, wherever you
as long
want.
as you,
You can put this thing there. So the solution to the problem that we are going to be replacing here shortly, because we don't have time to deal with it the other day, is to put that guy in.
Now, let me tell you something. If you're perfectly fine, you're like, no, I really want this. Every time you turn your car on, you have to get to the EQ section of the radio. Go to the EQ section, and where the subwoofer is, it has to be there for you able to pair the bass knob. It's just how it is, and it's annoying. I know. It's just. But
yeah, so it was one of those things where it was a cool idea, but it wasn't tested.
I don't know if
I know it sucks, man. Yeah, they're going back.
Yeah, I mean,
I was excited. Because it was a volume knob. The first thing it is a regular volume knob, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah,
you can add a volume knob. You can put it in the center console.
No, it is cool.
Like all the coolness. And then you go to use it, and you're like, it's not cool anymore. If you have the room, is there any benefit to running a 6 3/4 speaker over 6.5? That is a great question. Thank you for asking that, because the reality is in most cases, no. And the reason why is because that extra 1/4 inch really doesn't always go to the cone.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it just goes to the mounting bracket. So instead of having, let's say, a little 1/4 inch mounting bracket, you have like a full 1 inch mounting bracket with tons of holes on it so that you can fit into different things. Now, the only time we run into a speaker like Rockford in their Power series makes a 6 1/4, a 6 1/2, actually might even be a 6, like a 6 1/8. So a small, tiny 6, a 6 1/2, a true 6 1/2, and they make a true 6 3/4, which is an oversized. The cone is bigger and everything like that. So if you're looking at the speaker, make sure you pull both of them up or hold them both in your hands, whichever, and check the images of them, because sometimes you'll see. Now, is it worth doing? We do it out of mounting, which is why they made it in the first place. So like if you have a Chrysler product, like a Jeep or something like that, that takes the 3-hole 6.5, the 6 3/4 will fit better without having to use the brackets. So that's why we go with that speaker when we can, not necessarily for a sound advantage. If you want to go with something that is going to give you a sound advantage, then check out the Kenwood Exelon series of speakers. They make the 7-inch. Now, what's cool about the 7-inch is it actually comes with a spacer to take it from a 6.5 up to the 7-inch. They make 2 versions of them, one Exelon and then one Exelon XR, which is the higher end.
Yeah. All right.
The audio is off. The Kenwood is just over a year old, still under warranty. There is an update available for the Maestro. I guess I'll give that a try.
Yeah, but like, see, normally Maestro, when it says it's an update, if the radio is working, I mean, everything sounds like the radio.
Yeah, it sounds like the radio.
Just check the radio first, because Maestro is no. Yeah.
Hold on. I want to see what Rick has to say. Do you two eat Thanksgiving dinner together? I hope you are not doing a live show that night. You both deserve a break. Actually, Rick, so what we've been doing for the last 5 years
probably
is we do a morning show, Thanksgiving morning, at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving Day at 10 o'clock, we go live from the beach. It's a fun show for us. We bring Haley, the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes my mom shows up.
Mm-hmm.
She'll just do a cameo walking through the back. It's kind of amusing.
Yeah.
But we take you guys to the beach.
Yep.
The reason why we do that is because in some places it's snowy, it's cold, it's miserable. The football games haven't started. And most of the time, as the guy, you know, some of us cook, but some of us just sit on the couch or we just don't want to talk to anybody. So we go live at 10 o'clock, Thanksgiving morning. As far as whether the two of us have dinner together, some years we have, some years we don't. It just depends. I go to a friend's house, and Fernando's always invited because it's a friend of his too. So it just depends. It just depends what's going on. But yeah. But thank you.
Thank you.
And
guys.
by all means, please stop by and, say hi. Have you guys installed any Audison DRC AC remotes yet? Still not available in the UK, but want one to go with my Bitcon. Oh, nice. And an Aston Martin Vantage. Very nice car. Cool. Oh, there's a picture of it. Very cool.
Very nice.
I still think it's in the prototype phase because I know McNulty had the prototype that because we lasered him out a bunch of little adapter rings for him to put it into his Kia. And it was very prototypey. So I don't think it's available anywhere yet. I still think it's a lot of conceptual. I mean, he had it and he was like, super glue and duct tape. Hold on, let me get Jimmy here. Is there any other way to change from the main inputs on my DSR1 to the aux input other than using the Bluetooth app? Do you have an Apple Watch? If you have an Apple Watch, download the app to your Apple Watch, and yes, you can do it directly from your Apple Watch.
And the DSR1, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
So you can, if you have an Apple Watch and a DSR1, it is the only, and they don't even talk about this, it bugs the shit out of me, is the only Bluetooth, it's the only DSP that has an app for your Apple Watch. Now, if you're not an Apple user, sorry.
Yeah.
But if you are an Apple user, yes, you can actually control punch bass, main system volume, your main aux input, and subwoofer level right from the face of your Apple Watch. Yeah. It's really cool.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, DJ.
And I don't have my Apple Watch, or I would show you.
You don't. All right.
Well, I do, but it's over there, and I don't, I'd have to find it in the watch. I love audio tools. Is there a use for the RTA on my test bench where I'm looking at head units, processors, amps, and speakers? I mean, if you want to see like what a house curve looks like coming out of a radio, so like if you want to see what, like, because they show you the EQ and you're doing all this, if you want to see what that actually looks like, if you want to show someone how loudness works, so if you have it plugged in and you turn on and off the loudness, you can see how it goes up. And you can also, as you're turning the volume up, you can see how the volume is rolling down. It's also really helpful when trying to set up AccuBase on a like an audio control product, because you can use the IRTA to look at the signal, and you can keep an, as someone is turning it up for you, you can see where the bass stops to rise, and then you can dial in your AccuBase, and then you can go after the AccuBase on channel 2 so that you can see if you've got it right. You'll be able to see input and output. I'm sorry. Yeah, you can see the line level and the high level output, so you can see where the AccuBase is actually tracking properly. You know, it's one of those things where it's an electrical RTA, man. You never know when you're going to need an electrical RTA. If you're doing passive crossovers and you want to check and see what the crossover points are for the passive crossovers, if you have a source unit and you can play pink noise through it, amplified, you can plug it into the input of the passive crossovers, pass the signal out to the IRTA, and you can see what your slope is. And then if you look at it carefully, you can see is it a 6, 12, 18, 24 dB slope. And then you can see where the point is at where it's going to act, where it starts to drop off. So you can use it to see what a passive crossover is doing. So there, yes, it does a lot, and it's just how creative and what the need is. It's funny, we find new uses for it all the time. It's kind of cool.
It's very cool.
And speaking of that, load it.
Oh.
Some people might not know what an IRTA is. Let's show them. Hold on.
Hang on. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, hide the current count.
There you go.
Okay, and go. You know, I love how I did the little finger thing there where I was like holding so many things, and I was like, yeah, look at that.
I know. Echo.
Hold on. Dave says, hey, Dean, I just looked at the Audison website. They are showing the remote knob. It comes from Europe. If they don't have it in Europe, I doubt they're going to have it here. But they also, I believe, show all of the new amplifiers, and all of the new amplifiers aren't available yet. I don't know. I could find out. I could call and find out. But, you know, really the only thing they have had in stock is like the 5 channels. But best Android Auto touchscreen head unit for sound quality setup. Man,
I haven't seen that unit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if that unit exists.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Wait a minute. That's that Android Auto. No. Android Auto touchscreen head.
Oh, Android Auto.
So, okay. So, all right. If you mean like an Android-based head unit, you know, that has like the web browser and all that fun stuff on it, like a Linkswell or T-Style radio, there's none of those guys that make them that actually sound good. They all have basic stuff. If you're just looking for a radio that'll do Android Auto, well, obviously, you know, the Kenwood, the Sony, the Alpine all have EQs and stuff like that. But if you're looking for an actual Android head unit, you're out of luck.
No. So you can check. You can check Kenwood or Sony. You know, the bigger ones.
You're funny, Christian.
What?
He's trying to be funny. Oh, Cookie Monster or Oscar the Grouch? For a minute there. Oh, you know.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
I like Cookie Monster.
I think Oscar the Grouch is probably funnier, though.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I'm into humor, so I'm going to take Oscar the Grouch just because he was funny.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster was like...
He was funny, but that was just not...
Cookie Monster was dropped on his head as a child. He's just, cookies! You know. Grouch is like, yeah, I'm going to go Grouch. Don't get me wrong, I have a Cookie Monster stuffed animal, but, you know... I also have a kid that would be mad if I showed up with a cookie, yeah. Anyways, why would my RTA show a cliff dive at 10,000 hertz, Infinia case passive using pink noise, RAW, and a calibrated mic? Wow. Well, you know, okay, two reasons. One, it's actually there, audio-wise, or there's something wrong with your microphone. So those are, I mean, you know as well as I do, those are the only two things that could be the problem. It's either actually happening or the mic is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or the third would be you have something set wrong in the RE software. So that's there's it. So maybe try. Okay, so the other thing too is the most obvious thing is always the one that gets us, right? If you have home speakers, which most people do, dude, it can even be a Bluetooth speaker. It really doesn't matter. As long as it can play a sine sweep. Take your mic and put it up next to another set of speakers. And that'll tell you if it's the software or the microphone. And if the sweep plays fine, hell, you could probably even use your phone at that point. If your sweep plays fine, then it's actually happening in the car. And at that point, fade it all the way to the left or fade it all the way to the right, or just shut off those channels and see if it's one channel or the other. You could, don't know what car, if it is hooked into a factory radio and you set time delay and it has an all pass filter, you could be getting a null, but you're getting a full cliff. That doesn't make any sense. Unless there's like, man, wow. Because you're using real crappy mid-range. I mean, there are some mid-range that drop off, but usually they drop off at 10 and then they sweep back up at like 16. So there's like that little gap there. But I mean, if you're talking like,
yeah,
give any of that a try, Jason, and see if any of that gets you different results. Are there any other DSP amps that show live RTA of the stock system? Ooh, so you're talking about input RTA. Does the Helix do the input RTA?
They do.
Doesn't it? Yeah, I was gonna say. I think the Helix does input RTA.
I think the JL too.
No, the JL's through. The JL is no. The JL.
No, the JL that will be.
You need a mic. Yeah. So
yeah. No, the Helix.
The Helix does.
Helix does.
I think it's just I don't know if the Arc does it or not.
I have no idea, but the Helix.
I know those two do it.
Yeah. All right.
But you could also just get the IRTA too. Just saying, that's what it's for. It's electrical RTA. I know, pimping my product, man. Hey, I can pay for these things, you know, they were expensive. Hi guys, you recommend Alpine UTE 37BT?
We'll go for the Pioneer head unit.
Or another head unit for the same price. All right, so that sounds like it's a single DIN.
All right, so hang on.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah, a lot of.
I have to.
All right, UTE.
Hang on.
UTE. It's already populated right there at the top of the page.
Yeah, it's a single head unit.
Single DIN head unit, $120. All right, I'm gonna tell you this, man. You know, it'll work.
6-channel RCA.
It'll work. It'll do the job. It's $120.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say to that is maybe check out the Kenwood Exelon 5 Series. I think the 5 Series is actually newer than the 7 Series.
Okay.
2-year warranty, better Bluetooth, 100% better Bluetooth. I don't know what it is about Alpine's Bluetooth. I feel like I'm gonna get a call on Monday. Dude, Alpine's just gonna be so pissed at me.
I will get something with like small chassis.
Short chassis?
Short chassis, because this radio doesn't have CD. It's a deep chassis.
Wow. So. Like I said, I would check out the Kenwoods Exelons. That's just me.
But if you have the opportunity to get this one,
I mean, if you get it for $120, yeah, whatever. I mean, it'll do the job.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, the show's almost over. Holy crap! Yeah. No. Hey, listen, guys, we got some housekeeping we got to take care of real quick. I almost forgot that Tuesday. This Tuesday, we are going to be doing a special announcement with our buddy Brian Schmidt for the Master Tech Expo that is going to be happening in March. We've talked about it a lot. We've had him on to talk about it before. However, an event that we are going to be there for. I mean, we're gonna be doing it's not our event. We're just gonna be the ones running around going, "Hey, contestant number 2 is kicking butt. Look at what he's doing." Fernando, you seeing this?
Oh, he's grabbing the zip tie right now, and he put it backwards. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, points taken off for back. Anyways, it's a clean wire challenge, and we're going to talk about it Tuesday. How you can enter. And basically what it is we're going to be drawing 8 people, 6 from the U.S., 2 from Canada. Canadians are getting hooked up because Automobile, one of the reps, distributors in Canada, is hooking you Canadians up for sure because they're going to pay for your flights and your hotel.
Automobility.
Is that what I said?
You said automobile.
No, I said automobility.
No.
Anyways, the Canadians are really hooking you guys up. For the rest of us U.S. guys, you're going to have to pay for your own flights, your own hotel. However, you still have time to enter over on the CMA because the CMA is giving away 2 tickets.
If you're in Canada.
Well, no, they're giving away 2 tickets, one for US and one for Canada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they're going crazy.
There's a lot of opportunities to get into this thing. For us, we're going to be giving away those 8 tickets, which are going to save you $850. So all you'll have to do is pay for the hotel and the flight there, which is still a deal. That we'll be drawing the first week in January. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a lot of things we're going to talk about on Tuesday. I don't want to give it away, but anyone can enter. It doesn't matter. You just have to be able to get out there and find some place to sleep. Mm-hmm. So it'll be awesome.
Yeah, that will be great.
Yeah. The Canadians are getting hooked up. So that's pretty cool for them. Best shell amount subwoofer for the most output in Toyota Tacoma, 212s or 210s. Which one is the Tacoma? The Tacoma's the small one, right?
Tacoma's the small one.
So typically what we do is if we're going for loud, I believe Fox Acoustics has a 210s box. Yep. And we typically will either do the Rockford P3s or the Kicker Comp RTs. However, if you have a budget check out the Focal Flax 10-inch drivers and put some power on them. Now,
remove the plastic from the seats.
Yes, you have to remove the plastic from the seats.
It's like you have to remove it. If you're not, it's going to smack.
It's going to smack the back out of them. Okay. Enough questions for one show.
All right, so this is the last one.
Thoughts on using an audio control 5-channel DSP amp to add sub and temporary amp stock Bose front channels and Mazda CX-5? As long as the ohm load works and you're playing, I get what you're saying. So you basically want to do a front stage upgrade. Just right now, you just want to get the amplifier in and use the Bose speakers. As long as the ohm load is good, I don't see any reason why you can't do it. Right. Yeah, I don't see any reason why that would be a problem. But yeah, so make sure to tune in Tuesday. We're going to put it on all our networks, so it doesn't matter. Nothing won't be on his Instagram. So just tune in to anything that says 5-star on it, and you'll get to see what's going on. It's going to be about a half-hour show, probably from 6:30 to 7 or 6 to 6:30. I don't know, whatever we have time for. We're going to talk about all the nuts and bolts of it. If you've already bought tickets to go, but you still want to enter, because you're giving away tickets for free. Is there some kind of compensation there? Yes. And of course, just like other things that are, I'm going to try to pry some more special announcements out of them that we know about, but we can't tell you about yet because he wants to make sure he's doing it all.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, you turning that off? Okay. So that's coming up Tuesday. Of course, we're going to have the Monday show, so don't worry about that. It is the weekend, guys. Someplace you can go if you want to find cool tools. DNF Tool Drawer is a place. I will hopefully get a chance to do a full update on this to bring some of the new stuff that we have because Christmas is coming, and I know a lot of you guys just going to tell your wives, hey, head over to DNF Tool Drawer and buy me anything there. If you want clothes, there again, Christmas is coming. So you can head over to dnfswag.com and pick yourself up a nice hoodie. So you're a long sleeve shirt, so you're nice and warm for the winter. I like that one. That's one of my favorites, the Splash. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, I like the Splash. I'm going to order me a new one of those. And of course, hey, I know the Jeff Smith. Those are some sites to check out. Also, we'll go back real quick for those of you guys that missed the beginning of the show. If you have some free time this weekend, head over to Vega Nation Podcast or just search in your browser for YouTube, Serwin Vega Podcast. We did the first podcast with Mr. Brian Piper from Serwin Vega. It's a really nice show, I guess. I don't know. It was fun. Yep. And then if you ever heard of Everyday Audio, T-Fade did a really awesome interview with Natan from JBL. He has all the Arena X stuff in his car. He's the car we took pictures of, and you can find that at Everyday Audio over on YouTube. 2 things you guys can have fun doing this weekend if you're not like me, putting up Christmas lights or going out to do something tonight that you don't want to do.
That's right.
Yeah.
See you guys on Monday.
You guys have a great weekend. Remember, it's the weekend. If you're going to do something stupid, call a friend, call a cab, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call something so we can see you back here Monday. And hey, if someone's trying to shoplift, let them go. You don't know. They might have a sledgehammer and you might get 16 hours in the surgery. Oh my God, that's just crazy.
That's crazy.
I know. Being a good Samaritan doesn't pay. Doesn't pay at all. A DSP amp improves the input signal. Yes.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
All right. It does. All right, guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you back here next week. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.